Happy Friday. Good morning. Beautiful, sunny, little cool. I think it's gorgeous out. Dry everything up after that lots of rain the other day. So today's Pilates stretch. I still have my coffee, but let's get started here. All right. So today's, I want you to focus on, okay, like everything every day. Okay, shoulders are up and back. Okay, or just have your palms forward, right? That puts your shoulders in spot. Then you can just relax your shoulders down. Okay, rib cages up off your hip bones. That helps with contracting your abs to where they want them to be. So it's kind of big, deep breath in and out. That's how I want your abs to be. All right. Which is rib cage is up. So just a tiny couple little tips there to help you um, through the every day. I walk around and every time I find I'm slouching, I put my palms forward and my shoulders go right back. All right. All right. What else? That's about it. All right. So let's start off with our arms. Nice big arm circles. And in Pilates stretch, I want you to really exaggerate that movement. All right, stretching, try to keep that arm straight throughout the movement or whatever we're moving, and really concentrate on what part of the body we are using. All right, where you're feeling that movement. Okay. The more you know about how your body moves, the more I think you'll be able to help with mobility and strength when you're working out. All right. So again, shoulders back and down, rib cage is up, right? Breath is out, and let's come across for 4. Squeeze in the back. 3, 2, and 1. And let's go to the other side. 1, 2. Okay, swipe that wall across. 3 and 4, and shoulder rolls all the way up and around. And forwards. And reaching high up to the sky. Reach, 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 reach all the way up there. Stretch it. And then let's just slowly start to sway. Push that rib cage out and all the way back. And let's do 6 full body squats, reaching for those side walls and down. Big breath up and big breath out. I've been fighting a cold all week long. Last one, all the way up, and bring those arms all the way down. All right, let's do our hip circles. Up and around. 1, 2, 3, and the other way. 1, woo, that was a little high. 2, balance is off. 3, there you go. And the other leg. And the other way. See how I'm trying to keep my hips square? And that way you're not, because your body, you're walking, you're doing this, right? So when you want your hips to move in that direction or keep them all juiced up, you want them in their normal position. Okay, up on our toes, all the way up. And again, calves are very, very important for our balance and strength to help us stay on our feet. All right, no falls. Squeeze up on your toes. Squeeze those calves. Down on one, up on the other, and down. And let's roll that ankle, as well as your feet. Your feet are very important to keep them all limber. All right, and your other ankle. And the other way. Anything to help us to prevent falls. All right, so let's go on the outside of that right foot. And on the inside. And up on those toes, push your arches forward. Scrunch across those toes. And let's do our plantar fasciitis stretch. Okay, pull that arch up. And keeping it up, then wiggle your toes. It's something that you have to train your foot to do. So you're pulling that shag carpet towards your heel and then keeping that arch up and then just wiggle those toes. Or just scrunch that carpet towards your foot. All right, other leg, ankle, outside, edge, inside edge. Up on those toes, pushing that arch forward, scrunch across. Always feels good to stretch, eh? Stretch those ankles all the way out and across those toes and bring that carpet in. Give it a little shake. All right, now we're going to do work on our balance. So we're going to stand up nice and tall. Palms are out, chest is up, is in, rib cage is up. Okay, feet about hip width apart, right? All right, so sorry. We are going to tilt our pelvis a tiny little bit. Bring your one leg up, trying to keep your hips square. And once you have your balance, let's roll and roll your wrist in that leg, foot. Rolling the other way. You can, whatever you want to do. Point and flex, point and flex. Let's wave. Scrunch and open wide, scrunch and open wide. Give it a little shake. Good work. Let's give that leg a nice little pat. All right, and let's do the other side. So the same thing. Tilt the pelvis. That other leg comes up. Other way. Point, flex, point, flex. Wave it. Shake it. Oh, open, close, open, close. I'm losing my balance. Shake it. And down. Awesome. Okay. Let's just give a nice little pat all the way up. Move those organs around. We don't do this often enough, right? And that fascia is all around every organ, every tendon, ligament. It's netted all around everything. And if it gets gummed up, those don't move freely, right? your arm. Just doing this helps keep that movement, right? Down your neck, across your face, behind your neck. Let's go. Let's wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Okay, let's exercise those eyeballs. Those eyeballs are muscles. You got to get them moving as well. All right, so as you're wiggling, shift your eyeballs to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, up to the sky, down to the ground, up, down, all around. Move those eyeballs, circles, now the other way. And keep wiggling. Good work. Awesome. Let's get those lymph nodes popping. Okay, do that quite often. Okay, and I did it again. My ring is hitting this tender. Anyways, forget that. All right, let's get the heart rate up. Step 1, 2, starting with the right foot. Right, left, kick. Right, left, extend. Then move your arms. Exaggerate those movements. Your sorry, your rib cage is up off your hip bones. All right. Last one. Extend, and let's do the other leg. Left, right, kick, left, right, extend. Nice, big, easy breaths in and out. Gimme dog. Oh, you're a girl. Keep going. Last one. All right. Now let's do side lunge. We're going to do side work, side lunge crunch. So step it over to the side. Booty goes way back. See, my chest is open, right? Try to have your neck in line with your spine. Knee to elbow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keeping the rib cage up off your hip bones. 6, 7, and 8. And let's do the other side. 1. Okay, your booty goes way back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And today we're going to do squat, squat, hip circle. All right, so again, feet hip width apart. We're going to push our booty back and up. And I want you to really push your body back. 1, 2, up, and roll that your hips around. 1, 2, hip roll, hip roll. 1, 2, hip roll, hip roll. Now let's hip roll the other way. 1, 2, go the other direction. 1, oh yeah, 2, 1, 2, hip roll for 1, hip roll for 1, and 1, 2, hip roll, hip roll, and we're going to end off with 10 squats. Okay, rib cage is up. Let's go. 1, squeeze. 2, squeeze those glutes. 3, 4, 5, squeeze. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Squeeze those glutes. Squeeze them. Right? And release. Okay, let's get those arms out nice and wide. Relax them down. Give a nice little shakeroo while they're down there. We're reaching for those opposite walls. We're going to do some small arms here. So let's pulse those palms forward. Push those arms. Push them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Palms are back. Feel what muscles are working. Palms are up. Push it up. Reach from wall to wall. And palms are down. Six circles. Other way. Cactus. Let's bring those hands, squeezing them forward, squeezing them in the back, squeeze forward, squeeze in the back. Let's try. Oh, try to bring the, I can't do it. Nope. Try to bring those elbows. Oh, try to bring those elbows up, but keeping your shoulders down. I can't even attempt to do that. All right, I'm just going to work that shoulder out. Okay, let's start off. That's our warm up. Move my mat. Oops. Move it this way. Anyways, standing at your end of your mat, like that angle. Huh. I'll get there. There we go. That's better. Okay, I'm backwards to what I am in real life. Like I'm standing on that side. I don't know. Anyways, I like it though. I like this opposite. Okay, let's go up to mountain man. Nice big stretch all the way up to the sky, reaching all the way up there. Let's reach over to one side. Nice big deep breath out. Breathe in, reaching to the sky. And then let's go over to the other side, breathing out. Back to center. And let's go all the way down to ragdoll, reaching for those opposite walls. Let's pulse those heels out, keeping your belly pulled up to the sky. Bring those heels down when you're ready. Nice big breath in and out. Let's roll, roll our neck around. Sorry. And let's roll the other way. Just letting your neck hang. Let it hang. Awesome. All right. Let's have a soft bend in those knees. Arms are spaghetti. And we're going to roll up our spine, finding that lowest vertebrae. So you start straightening your legs slowly, letting those arms hang, belly in. Coming up over those shoulder blades, chin to chest. Roll those shoulders back, up and around again. All right, same thing, but this time your left arm is longer than your right. We're going to open up the right side of the vertebrae. So pulse it a couple times, making sure your weight is distributed evenly though, because we're kind of lopsided. All right, and when you found that lowest vertebrae, start your roll. Roll your shoulders back. Up, all the way up and all the way back down and around. And other side. Right arm longer than your left. Sometimes it might take a couple pulses to find that lowest vertebrae. And all the way up to the sky and back down. Walk those hands out. I should have got an elastic. All right. So we are in downward dog. Let's pulse those heels out. Keeping the belly pulled up to the sky. Push the heel down, up on your toes. And when you're ready, bring those heels down. And let's push away from our hands up there on those knuckle pads. Push your chest toward your knees. Belly up to the sky. And let's sway it over to the right. Sway it over to the left. And again. Back to center. And let's bring this right leg up high behind you. 3 kicks. Bend that knee and look underneath your right shoulder. Still pushing away from your hands. Reach that knee way back there. Straighten that leg out and we're bringing it into our chest for 3. 1, 2, and 3. All the way up to the sky. And let's bring it all the way through to our right thumb. We're in low lunge here. We're staying here for a second. Just let gravity work. Let that leg, your hips go down. And let's bring this right arm up to the sky. And we're looking at those fingers. Switch legs. High plank. Left leg. Let those hips sink and then bring that arm up. And we're switching again. Plank. Switch. Right arm. Bring it back down and we're going up to high lunge. So bring both hands in front of that right foot. Palms are together. Power up. Belly to your back. Up and down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're in high lunge. Let's bring those arms down. And we're bringing them into the inside of this right foot. Drop that left leg and wiggle this right leg out. We're going to do some lizards. So you're on the edge of your outer foot. Just put a little pressure on this knee, opening it up. And then bring that hand to the outside of the knee. Push the knee into palm and bring that knee back in. Keeping that resistance. Bring it back out and repeat. Knee to palm. Bring it back out. One more time. Knee to palm. And then bring it back out. Okay, staying out. Let's go down into lizard. So if you can, go down onto your forearms and breathe. Come back up. And we're going to bend this left leg. If this is as far as you can go, that's great. If you can reach back and grab that foot, that's a little bigger stretch. Pushing your hip flexor down. Pull the your foot closer to your butt there. Nice quad and hip flexor stretch here. Release. And let's bring this right foot to the center and up on your heel. So this is where I want you to be square. So make sure that left hip is over that left knee and your right leg is coming right out from your hip. Okay, take this left arm and stretch it down the mat. And your right arm to the side. So you are very balanced here. I want you to push your booty back as you're reaching forward with that left hand, and then bring your chest down towards that knee. The knee should be directly underneath the armpit. Well, not directly, but in line. So push back and bring your chest down and breathe. Toes are up. All right, and bring that foot back down. And from here, we're going up to plank. So bring both hands on either side of that right foot, going back up to plank. Push those shoulders back, belly into your back. And let's do some knee drops. 1, 2, looking straight down. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Push it back to downward dog. Pushing away from those hands. We're going to do the same thing for the other side. Chest is being pushed to those knees. Your ears are at your biceps. And sway it side to side, nice and slowly. And breathing. Okay, let's bring this left leg up high behind you. 3 kicks. Bend that knee. And look underneath that left arm. Straighten that leg out. Bring it all the way through to your chest and back out for 3. 1, 2, 3, all the way through to your left thumb. Low lunge. And let's bring this right arm up. This is a different, we're opening up our chest here. Really stretch, looking at those fingers. Bring it down. Switch legs. And bring that other arm up. Switch legs. Last one. Bring it down. And from here, we're going up to high lunge. Palms up in front. Power up with that left quad. Reach for the sky. Belly in. Up and down. 1, 2, 3. Whoopsie. 4, 5, and 6. All right. Bring those hands all the way down. And we're doing lizard on the other side. Drop that right leg, wiggle that left foot out to the edge. Get set first. All right, open up this leg, left knee, push it out, just putting a little pressure, and then palm on the outside of that knee. Knee to palm, hit in, knee to palm, keeping that resistance. And breathe. Good stuff. Leave it out, going down to lizard. Right, let's go back up, bringing this left foot to the center, up on your heel. All right, lengthen this right arm down the mat and push your booty back, way back, and then bring your chest down and breathe. Come all the way back. We're going to go back up to plank. And push those shoulders back. And plank twist. Plank. Plank twist. Plank. Downward dog. Push away from those hands. And let's just drop those knees down to the mat. And let's come up onto your knees. Okay, tuck this in. All right, standing nice and tall, rib cages up, bring those hands out in front, push those shoulders back. And we're going to swipe this right hand all the way back. And let's touch the ground or your heel, whatever you can, and come back up for 4. 3, 2, and 1. And let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And let's try camel. So let's bring our hand back to our heel. And if you can stay, just look back. If you want to stay with one arm, that's fine. If you can bring your other arm back, arch it back. And then release one arm at a time. And let's just go right down to child's pose from here. And let's just roll side to side. All right, let's bring those hands down the mat toward your knees as you're curling up your quads. Roll your shoulders back. And we're getting right into snowbirds from here. Right leg out to the side. Arms reaching from wall to wall. Rib cage is up. Shoulders are relaxed. Dip it down, up a centimeter, and let's swipe it across, keeping that core engaged. Rib cage off of those hip bones the whole time. You have a gap between your rib cage and your hip bone. And 6, and wing dips, touch it down, and we're going to stay up here for a second. So reach for the sky and reach down that leg. Look up at those fingers. All right, you ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And let's bring this left arm down, right leg up. Okay, toe pointing down. Let's get this leg nice and heavy and down and up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Toe tap in the front, heel in the back, closing your hip and opening your hip. Close, open, close, open, extend, belly in, and crunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and lengthen. And we're going all the way up to the other side. Sorry for the cough. Relax down. Other than that, I feel pretty good. A little lightheaded. All right, bring this right arm down, up, and let's go. Swipe across. 1, 2, belly in. 3, 4. Talking about abs, my abs were really, not really sore, but I could really feel them after Wednesday's class. And 6, and down, and we're going to stay all the way up. Reach for the sky. Wednesday was core day. It was a good class. All right, and let's go. 1, 2. Somebody else said their glutes were sore. 3. I could feel my abs. 4, 5, and 6. We're doing 8, 7, belly in, and 8. And all the way down to that right arm, left leg up, nice and heavy. Ooh, it's really heavy, eh? And up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Toe, heel, toe, heel. Close the hip and open it up. Close the hip and open it up. Lengthen and crunch. Come on, bring that belly into your back. 2, 3. Lengthen and crunch. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And lengthen. And let's come all the way over to tabletop. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. 3 clicks of the heel. Make a wish for today. Bird dog. Right arm, left leg. Take a look. Is your right hip over top of your right knee? If so, good. And breathe. And let's slide it out to the side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And bring it back down. All right, going right up to the other side. Bird dog. Breathing. And let's slide it out to the side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And coming right down to child's pose. And breathe and roll side to side. Walk our hands over to the right, left cheek off the left heel. Nice big breath. And over to the other side. And back to center. Let's bring those forearms down to the mat. Open up those knees, keeping your toes together. And we are going to thread the needle. Bring that hand all the way up. I want you looking at those fingers. And then bring it down. Thread between your elbow and your knee. Palm is up. Cheek comes down. Nice big deep breath in and out. And repeat. And then all the way back up. And let's bring this right hand to your right left hip. Looking up. And then elbow to head. Sorry, hand to the back of your head. And let's do 3 antlers. Threading that antler. 1, 2, and 3. And bring that hand back down. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Bring that hand all the way up. And thread. And up. And up. And hip grab. And bring that hand back down. Let's bring our forehead down to our mat. And let's clasp our hands behind our back. And let's slowly start bringing those arms, those hands up to the sky. And if you're stuck, breathe in and out. Done. Come all the way back down. Bring those hands out in front again. Bring those knees together. Walk those hands further away. And let's bring those hands, slide them down the mat toward your knees, up your quads, and roll your shoulders back. 2 and 3 and forwards. Okay, let's sit down on our mats. Legs out in front. Coffee. There we go. So let's give those legs a nice little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You're wiggling them open all the way. Okay, sitting up nice and tall. Hands come out in front. Push those shoulders back, right? Shoulders are down, push them back. Rib cage is up. And we're going to take this right arm, swipe it across. See how straight my arm is? I don't want it above two. I want everything shoulder height. So my palm goes up. My other hand goes out in front. I'm trying to keep my arm straight. I'm over top of my right leg, and I'm going to come down with a breath out. Lengthen those arms. And nice and slowly come up, and let's swipe across to the other side. Lengthen those arms. You're going to feel it all along down your side. 2 breaths per side. Come up. Swipe it across again. And up. Coming across. Back up. Always feels good. And we're going to walk out in front. Nice big deep breaths in and out. And when you've gone as far as you can go, hold it. Breathe out. And then collapse down on that mat and breathe. Just looking straight down. All right, let's just push all the way back up. And we're going to wiggle these legs. And we're going to bend that right leg. Oh dear. Oh, you have a good view of this leg. See? It's way up there. So I'm just trying to stay on my sit bones. I'm just going to put a little pressure on this leg. The other day was much better. I don't want to push it, but just apply pressure and mostly just breathe out. Sorry, I spent a little bit longer on that. All right, from here, let's do crazies. Your right hand is behind. We're going to swipe this hand across, up on that knee. Oh, yeah, look way back. That's one. Take your time. You can do this on your own timing. 2 and 3. And come all the way back. And let's just switch legs. Now you can see this leg is starting, well, even better than this leg after I warmed it up. All right, breathing. Try to just put a little pressure. We're just opening up that hip. Make sure this toe is pointing up. I like to have everything though in line as they work for our bodies. We tend to compensate for sore this or sore that, and then your body gets used to it, right? Or compensates and puts more weight or turns your foot outward or whatever. So I'm getting us everything back into line. That's what I like to try to do. All right, and we're going to do 3 crazies from here. 1, 2, 3. And we're coming down to the mat. So let's bend our knees, sitting up nice and tall. Push those shoulders back. And let's just roll all the way down. Lengthen those arms and legs, belly to the mat, reaching from wall to wall. Lengthen. And right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg, and arms come to T. Knees come above your hips. I want them above your hips. You're going to immediately feel your lower abs. Breathe out, belly into your back. And let's bring those knees over to the right for a nice supine twist. Look to the left. And breathe. Let's bring those knees back up above our hips. Over to the left, looking to the right. For that added little stretch, you can bring your hand on top of those knees. Back to center and bring those knees down to the floor. Let's bring this right leg, cross it over your left leg. Open up that right knee. All right, open it up and then bring that knee towards your belly button. Here comes your palm again. You're going to push that knee into your right palm. Push the knee to palm and open up that leg. Just keep going. Knee to palm. Open up that leg. And let's grab behind our left knee, pulling our left knee to our left shoulder. Again, have everything in line. Heel, knee, shoulder. Pull and push out. And release. And repeat. Pull and push. And release. Bring those legs down. Shakaroo. And back up. And let's do the other side. This left leg over your right. Open up that knee. Bring it into your belly. Right palm to left knee. Knee to palm and open up. Did I do that wrong? Knee to palm. I did. I did the other leg wrong. I went on the wrong side of the leg. Awesome. See how that feels? Did it make it easier to open and close that knee? It should. And then grab behind that right knee. Line everything up. Pull and push. And release. And repeat. Pull, push. And release. All right, bring those legs down, give a nice little shakaroo, and then let's hug those knees into your chest and roll side to side. Let's lengthen that right leg, keeping it off the ground, keeping your belly towards the mat. Hug your left, lengthen your right. and switch, and switch, and switch. And then bring those feet back down to the mat. Measure up, fingertips to heels. Your knees are about hip width apart. And we're just going to do a nice spinal roll up. So I want you to pick that blueberry up with your cheeks. Pick it up with your bottom cheeks, right? Pick it up. And we're going to roll all the way up our spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing your hips all the way up. Get as high as you can. And we're going to roll all the way down. Bring that belly to your back so you can get those lower vertebrae down to the mat. Release your pelvis. And let's do it again. Pick the blueberry up. Roll your pelvis up. All the way up. And all the way back down. All right, from here we're going to do 6 bridges all the way up and down. All right, so let's go. 1, squeezing those glutes. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Stay up here, open and close. 1, 2, 3, squeezing with the outside of your legs. 4, 5, and 6. And now put it all together. Down, up, open, close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And let's come all the way back down. And let's hug those knees again. And roll side to side. And then let's lengthen our limbs from wall to wall. Nice big deep breath in and out. And from here, let's just move right over to our right side. And we're going to go up into side plank from here. So I want your elbow or your hand underneath your elbow. Line up with the edge of your mat and up. You can stack your feet or stagger or go down on one knee. Reach that hand up nice and high. And let's do 6 thread the needles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And come all the way down. And let's just switch over to the other side. And we're going directly up. So your elbow or your hand, depending on where, if you're on your hand, your belly's to your back. You're reaching for the sky. And let's thread. 1, follow with your eyes. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And let's come all the way down. And let's come right down to cross-legged. All right. Sitting cross-legged here. Let's see. Put a little pressure on those legs. Okay, we're still stretching and trying to increase our range of motion, becoming more flexible, more pliable. Switch legs. And let's take that left hand, place it over our right knee, look behind, and we're breathing for 2 breaths in and out. I always feel a crack on the second breath. And coming all the way across to the other side, relax those knees. And then come back. All right, let's work on that neck a little bit right now. All right, so let's take our ear, our left ear. Ooh, let's do our right ear. My left is. All right, so right ear to right shoulder, directly keeping your shoulders still, right ear to right shoulder. We're staying here. Right, keeping those shoulders level. Okay, I want those eyeballs to be looking up. Now look down. And back to center. And bring your neck back. Let's go to the other side. This is my bad side. So again, ear to right, left shoulder, left ear. Ooh, look at this. Oh, left shoulder. Eyeballs up. Eyeballs down. Center. And bring it back up. Let's turn our chin to our right. So, to your shoulder. And then bring it all the way across nice and slowly to the other side. And back to center. And let's do 3 big circles with our nose. 1, 2, 3, and the other way. 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's just do some knee taps here. Push your hip flexors forward. And then let's bring our soles of our feet together and apply some pressure here. And breathe. And when you're done, let's move lengthwise onto the mat. And we're going to do 3 rock and rolls to ragdoll. We're almost done. 1, 2, and this one coming all the way up. And coming up to ragdoll. And sorry. Breathing in and out. As you're hanging here, move that neck around because it's nice and light. Soft bend. Nope, 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 not yet. Let's bring those hands around and give our legs a nice big hug. Thank you, legs, for carrying me this week. And now soft bend in those knees. And let's pulse it and move up that vertebrae all the way up. And roll your shoulders back. And let's just give a couple jumps. High fives. Have a wonderful weekend. I will not be here on Monday because I'll be at a new location. We're heading to my new location, but hopefully I'll be there on Wednesday or Tuesday or Thursday. Anyways, I'll be around. See you then. Have a wonderful day.